Hi there, welcome to LearnClickView.com. In this tutorial, we'll go over basics of set analysis in QlikView. QlikView aggregates data based on selections, and that's basically how it works. But there are instances when you want to render a data set based on certain specific requirements or filters. Set analysis is a powerful way to perform that. One example that comes to mind is a year-over-year or quarter-over-quarter comparison of sales figures. So, in a nutshell, set analysis kind of deviates from the current selection and allow you to construct a powerful expression that can have filters within that to render a data set that's completely different than what you selected. So let's dive into it. In the article, I have gone over the basics, and what I'll do here is to show you some examples, just for the beginners mainly, to get your feet wet and to understand how set analysis works. I have an example here with a company having a sales by salesmen by different years. So we will use this example to demonstrate how we can use set analysis to create different data sets. So let's dive into it. I am going to go into script. And again, like I said, it's the very basic data model. It has orders, a salesperson, and a calendar. Okay, so right now it's showing sales for 2005 through 8. Let's say you have a requirement that you just want to show year 2005 and 6 all the time, and that's a very basic example of how you can use set analysis. So, as I've described in the article, set analysis syntax starts with curly brackets. So, what you do is throw in two brackets, left and right. And the first part of the set analysis is the identifier. And identifier kind of defines the state of the set. So normally it's $, which is default, or 1, which is the entire data set within the application. So $, is implicit, but it's a good practice to have it. And now we are going to add modifier, which will allow us to introduce this where clause within this set. So essentially, we will filter this data set for year 2005 and 6. I'm going to put year, and again equal, and the syntax for this requires again a curly bracket to filter the years. This is 2006. Curly bracket completes. And as you see, this angle brackets are for the modifier. So modifier starts with the left angle bracket, ends with the right. Within that, we have year. So this is similar to if you do select sum of total due where year equal 2005 and 6 in your select statement. So that's it right there. That should create a data set containing just year 2005 and 6 to see. So this is how you can create this very basic example of set analysis. What I've done, I'm going to put this back, but to show you more examples, I have created a bookmark, and bookmark's another identifier you can use. within your set analysis. Again, I've described that in the article uh, fairly clearly, so I'm not going to elaborate on that, but uh, I have a bookmark called year 2005 and 6, and essentially what it is just year selections containing both years. So using this, um, we're gonna we're gonna show you how you can use this bookmark to create exactly what I just showed you using the year modifier. So let's clear this out. Go back in in the expression. I'm gonna start again with curly bracket. I'm sorry. So that's, sorry. And all I need here is just the identifier. I don't need modifier at this point since the bookmark contains the modifier essentially. So I'm going to put year 2005 and 6, and that's it. So my set starts with the curly bracket, ends with it, and all I have is just the identifier here. If I say this, okay, and as you see, essentially I achieved the same results that I did in the initial example. So that's one. Now let's go back again, and um, as shown here, this is the identifier right now, and that contains year 2005 and 2006. So we talked about identifier and modifiers, and now I'm going to talk a little bit about the operators. The operators are kind of like a method in object programming, such as Java. Um, Truly, in ClickView, set analysis operators are the ones that are executing uh, the, um, uh, the content within the modifier and identifier, and creating the result sets for you. So let's say we wanted to create a set that contains the current selection plus the bookmark. So now, not only year 2005 and 6, but if I select another year, it's going to be added to the set. So apply this. So right now, I have all the years since nothing's been selected. But as I select a year, for example, 2007, as you see now, 5, 6 are part of the bookmark. 7 is what I selected, so my result says 2005, 6, and 7. If I select 8, it'll show 8. If I deselect and select just 8, it'll show 5, 6, and 8. So that shows that I can create um, a, a data set containing two different sets, and that's what the operators do. Operators allow two sets to interact with each other. So that's one. Then we can also look at, sorry, okay, I have created a variable. So let's look at that. And essentially to see this year has the field selection year. So as I select year from the calendar, that value will be assigned to this variable. And I'll just quickly show you how I can use that um, um, or incorporate that into stat analysis using $ expansion. So if I have this, let's say just $1, That's my identifier again. Everything starts with identifier, and that kind of sets the scope of the data set. Then comes the left angle bracket, and that's the beginning of the modifier. And if I say year equal, now in order to use greater than or equal or less than or equals or something similar, you need to include that in the in in the code or single quote mark. So again, the selection starts with the bracket in code equal. Now I'm gonna use the $sign expansion, so you can use dollar, and then again equal we year, and that, and that's it. So what I've essentially done here, created a set containing the current or default state, and year is going to be whatever selection I make uh, in the years following to that. So if I select 2006, it's going to be 678. So let's see how that works. So let's see if I select 2007. Oops. Property. Year. And I have, there you go. So if I select 2006, it shows 678. If I select 2007, it shows 7 and 8. If I select 2005, it's showing all the years. So you see, as I'm dynamically making selections, my set's getting refreshed with this set analysis expression, which essentially says that whatever selection I make, I want to display the sales amount for that year and the years following to that. So this is the very basics of set analysis. I know that the syntax bit intimidating, but Stephen has created a wizard that's pretty awesome for most of your basic and even advanced set analysis expressions. So I highly recommend that you just visit that and play around with the wizard. That's something I think ClickDeck should have built, but nonetheless, Stephen's done an amazing job to create that. So truly, set analysis is the jam of ClickView, because it provides you a very creative way to create complex expression or complex constructs that otherwise requires many if statements. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this, and in the next one we'll kind of dive more into the advanced techniques. So please stay tuned and revisit this blog. Again, till then, so long, take care, bye bye.